On today's Live Daily News, the San Angelo disabled community is not happy with the city council. We'll tell you why. San Angelo will eventually get a new airport terminal, and Heisman Trophy winning football player Tim Tebow was in town today. Plus, a rodeo-packed show with local talent, extreme action, and, of course, lots of cotton candy. All this plus more. I'm Yantis Green, and this is Live. But first, Smith Rose Finley PC has moved effective April 3rd. That's right, effective yesterday. The physical address of their office changed from 521 to 521 West Beauregard Avenue in San Angelo. The mailing address will remain at P.O. Box 2540, San Angelo, Texas 76902. The attorneys serving the community are Alan L. Price, James C. Skinner, Rebecca Price, Bushelli, and Deborah A. Keenum. We start today's news with the former President Donald Trump's indictment story out of New York. Today in New York, Trump pleaded not guilty to 34 counts of falsifying business records. The former president surrendered at the Manhattan Criminal Courthouse. The former president was indicted on the charges last week. As the trial continues, it's likely that it will land on the Supreme Court docket. As the case proceeds, we will provide updates. In San Angelo, things may not be as bad as the witch hunt in New York, but there's still plenty of drama at the city council meeting this morning. For weeks now, proponents for the disabled community have been disappointed with the city council because of their choice for the new ADA coordinator. City Attorney Teresa James has been the acting ADA coordinator, but on the city council's consent agenda today, they made it official. Before the vote that passed 7-0, a number of citizens spoke in opposition, and they had plenty to say about James. And one of them was not happy. Let's watch.
Andrea Souffle, District 1. Today I'm asking all of you not to appoint the city attorney as the ADA coordinator, no matter how temporary. I'm also asking that the ADA coordinator be moved to another department or directly under the city manager. At the town hall meeting 2 weeks ago, the city attorney made a grossly insensitive comparison between her pushing a stroller with her children down a ramp, to navigating a ramp in a wheelchair. This offensive comment was made to be relatable. However, it demonstrated how out of touch she is with the disabled community while being outstandingly offensive. She is not suited for the task in the least bit. Not qualified, not relatable, and not approachable.
Another commenter handled things a little more nicely than the first one, but still demanded that the city council make anyone but James the coordinator.
Henry, Service Member District 3. I also have some comments on that as well. And I'm going to start with essentially a thank you, because since we first brought up the issue of ADA compliance and accessibility in October of last year, we have provided numerous tools and information to the city in various forums to support positive change in the right direction. Up to this point, the city has succeeded in achieving what the city referred to as low-hanging fruit. And while we're not quite where we want to be, I would like to say thank you for those low-hanging fruits to show appreciation, but also reiterate that we're not going against the city, but rather trying to save it. But what we are still looking for is for the city to start off on the right foot, especially with the bare minimum simple processes. Specifically, this agenda item with the ADA coordinator and also the committee item, which is on the regular agenda, are two opportunities. It's an opportunity to navigate through an ADA process, learn from it with minimal mistakes, work together, and really set the foundation and expectations for the city and the city council. I'm saying these because these are simple things that should have already been in place. So we're making decisions and saying someone's qualified, but they haven't even done those bare minimum pieces. So if we can't get those If we can't get those two staple processes correct after already being informed by our team that they're wrong and they need to be updated, I don't understand how we can vote on an ADA coordinator who's not even here today, or again, an ADA committee, which I'll talk about later. That would be my only public comment. Thank you.
As for the council, they sided with Teresa James. After all, she is the city attorney. City manager Daniel Valenzuela and city councilman Tom Thompson made points that showed James is not only qualified, but likely the most qualified person on the city staff for the job of ADA director for interim.
A lot of what Ms. Henry just mentioned a while ago, the improvements that we've made, and there have been some really good improvements. That was led by Teresa James. She actually took the charge and she did a wonderful job. Those two items that you just mentioned a while ago that we've fallen short on, we'll take a look at that, but we'll get that corrected. I still feel very strongly that, first of all, Teresa James as the ADA director would be directly under the city manager. You mentioned that a while ago. That won't happen. But again, the improvements that she's made to this point in such a short period of time really shows her qualification. I still stand very firm in my recommendation that Teresa James should be appointed the ADA coordinator.
I've seen this and I saw it got pulled and it kind of made me look at it and wonder, so I looked over and as you would say, when you bring these questions up, looking forward, I asked Teresa for her credentials on there. And when you roll through it, she is by far the most educated, credentialed, trained person with the ADA that we have on staff. There's no question about that. She's actually also enrolled in schools in May and June. And I can't see going any other way and being able to provide you the most intelligent person we have for these discussion topics. Now, if there's personality conflicts, I get that, but I can't see going with anybody else other than Teresa just because of at least 12 to 13 courses she has taken, the training. She's had conversations with me over the past week, so I will go and follow up with Daniel and follow suit that there is no one better suited for this than Teresa to represent the city.
Despite the drama, this was nowhere near the biggest thing that happened this morning at the city council meeting. During the regular agenda, it was approved that the city of San Angelo would purchase 117 acres of land adjacent to the airport for about $2.4 million. The city was approached by home builders asking to build homes or develop that area next to the airport. Unfortunately, because of height regulations by the FAA, that's kind of out of the question. So instead, the city will purchase the land and make an entirely new terminal for flights in and out of the city. The funding will come out of the general funds right now, but city leaders are hopeful that grants from the FFA will cover the cost of purchasing the land. The new terminal is part of the airport master plan and is years away from construction. In sports news today, ex-college star quarterback and Heisman Trophy winner Tim Tebow was in town and spoke at the Laura W. Bush Institute for Women's Health Presents luncheon Tuesday at the McNeese Convention Center. Several hundred people attended the luncheon for the chance to hear the quarterback turned sports analyst speak. Tebow delivered a powerful speech about making sacrifices for the people in need. He regaled the audience with stories from his personal life, like picking a school to commit to in college with the intent to convey the importance of committing to something you can truly believe in. His speech lasted for about half an hour, and when he concluded his talk, he left the convention center to thunderous applause from the audience. And before we get into all the rodeo stories for today, do you think you have some fancy rodeo get-up? From boots to cowboy hats to everything in between, Carpet Tech wants to see what you're wearing to the 91st Annual San Angelo Rodeo. Of course, one thing that comes with rodeo is dirt, so whoever has the best country get-up will win an entire house floor cleaning from Carpet Tech for free. To enter, send a photo of yourself, your kids, or someone you know, along with your name, address, and phone number to Carpet Tech Rodeo. And now, here is Ryan Chadwick and Matt Trammell with today's rodeo coverage, presented by Jim Bass Ford.
Cactus Gray, Eruption Green, Race Red, Shadow Black, Velocity Blue, Area 51, Hot Pepper Red, Azure Gray Metallic, Onyx White, and Carbonized Gray. Just a few of the colors we have available in the full-size Bronco. Come take full advantage of the great selection of Broncos that you can only find at Jim Bass Ford's Bronco Farm, Houston Hart and Hardin Road, or 24/7 at bassmonths.com.
Last Saturday, we had two big performances at the 91st Annual San Angelo Rodeo. In the first, a former Wall Lady Hawk, Taylor Bays, made the crowd cheer during her run. This is native San Angelo barrel racer makes crowd go wild, presented by San Angelo Cardiovascular Center of Excellence. After a rough first performance at times on opening night, several cowboys and cowgirls showed the crowd how it's supposed to be done during Saturday's matinee when they scored high marks in almost all competitions. For San Angelo Live, I'm Ryan Chapman. Fireworks with the rough stock kicked things off with a bang as Gage McBride posted an 82.5 on a wild and crazy Pocahontas on his way to the top 5. Headed into Saturday night's performance, that ride was good enough for 4th place. We had 3 new additions to the top 5 in barrel racing as the Cowgirls blazed through their respective runs. Casey Killingsworth took the lead when she ran a 14.25 just for Wenda Johnson to wrestle that lead away with a 14.23 3 riders later. Kara Kretter rounded out the top 5 when she claimed 4th place with a run of 14.42. Finally, one San Angelo native made her city proud during the barrel racing. Taylor Bays and her horse took off when it was their turn, and after clearing the run without missing a beat, posted a 14.63. Good enough for top 10 on day 2. San Angelo Live's Matt Trammell caught up with Taylor after the event to ask her how it felt to ride in front of her home crowd. It's barrel racing, presented by San Angelo Cardiovascular Center of Excellence.
And now it's the barrel racing presented by the San Angelo Cardiovascular Center for Excellence. We're here with Taylor Bays, a local girl from San Angelo riding in the San Angelo Rodeo. First off, just explain to me how your run went today.
Well, I mean, I was just happy to make it back today. He worked great, smoked that first, and I couldn't be happier with how he acted.
All right, perfect. And is this your first time riding in the San Angelo Rodeo?
It is. I entered the slack last year and had some tough luck, and so I came back with a vengeance this year and plan to make it.
How does it feel to grow up here? Of course, you told me before we started you were from Wall, actually, but that's pretty much San Angelo. How does it feel to be at your hometown rodeo?
Oh, it makes my heart so full. I've been coming to this rodeo since I was a little girl. I watched my dad ride bulls here, and
okay.
I just knew that out of all the rodeos and these big coliseums, that I knew San Angelo was at the top of my list.
And so, did you ever, when you were sitting there as those little mutton busters age, did you sit there and think, I'm gonna do this one day?
I did. Every year I told my dad, I was like, I'm gonna run at San Angelo, I'm gonna run at the NFR, and by golly, I'm hoping to make it there.
And so, tell me about your horse here today.
This year's Bo, he was my sister's horse, and she just got into vet school at A&M, so she let me take him on the road, and we've been a great team ever since.
And this is your horse that you take pretty much everywhere and run with?
He's my main man.
All right, so Bo, what does Bo like to do besides run barrels?
Oh, that's his favorite thing. I don't know if anything beats that. He does love a good chill day. I'll give him days off every once in a while because he deserves them, but I don't think I could run this horse enough.
All right, well, it's Taylor and Bo here with the barrel racing presented by the San Angelo Cardiovascular Center of Excellence. Taylor, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Having trouble finding a doctor? Dr. Milton Leon is now accepting new patients at the state-of-the-art San Angelo Cardiovascular Center of Excellence. Here, we're able to deliver cutting-edge treatment via minimally invasive outpatient procedures, not to mention shortened wait times and telemedicine consultation.
I'm Dr. Milton Leon. We're now accepting new patients in our brand new private outpatient facility, the first of its kind in this area. But more importantly, we're here to take care of you.
Another set of Contra Valley locals wowed the crowd during the rodeo's 3rd performance on Saturday night. Cristoval's own Presley Reed and the barrel racing and mutton busting star Quentin Collins made their town proud. This is Cristoval Stars Steal the Show on Saturday night, presented by Sonora Bank. It wouldn't be a San Angelo rodeo without local talent taking over the show. Southern Tom Green County, get ready. The third performance was your time to shine. For San Angelo Live, I'm Ryan Chadwick. We'll start in the barrel racing. We had a competitive night throughout, but a few cowgirls ended up standing out. The hottest time of the night came from Idaho cowgirl Rachel Riggers. She won the night with a 14.28, which is the fourth fastest time of the rodeo. Another fast run just short of that 14-second mark came from Cristoval's own Presley Reed. She dipped and pushed her way through the arena, but just missed her mark with a score of 15.02. Despite that score, the crowd went crazy for the Tom Green County native.
From San Angelo, Texas, Presley Reed.
But this wasn't the only rider from Cristoval that had the crowd going crazy. In the mutton busting, we had some tough competition. Early in the round, Juliana Bettigan from Greenwood finished with a high score of 85. But Southern Concho Valley would once again prevail as Cristoval's favorite 7-year-old, Quentin Collins, ended up winning with a score of 91. San Angelo Live's Matt Trammell caught up with Quentin after the best mutton busting ride of the San Angelo Rodeo. Don't miss Quentin's victory dance. It's the Mutton Busting, presented by Sonora Bank.
And we are here with the champion of the mutton busting tonight. It's Mr. Quentin. And Quentin, first of all, how old are you?
7.
You're 7. Man, you ride a mutton better than any 7-year-old I've ever seen in my life. What's your secret? How'd you hold on so well?
I just got so much advice.
Okay. And was it scary at all?
No. It was fun.
It was fun? Have you ever ridden a sheep before?
No.
This was your first time? And you held on all the way until you crashed in. When you saw what you were about to crash into, what were you thinking? No. All right, well, one thing that we got to do is a little victory dance for the win. Show me a victory dance. Oh. All right, Mr. Quentin, this is Quentin, and he is our Sonora Bank Mutton Busted champion of the night.
When something is important, you take care of it, especially when you're entrusted with its well-being. You pay close attention and act accordingly to every need and situation that may arise. Call it instinct, obligation, or desire. One thing's for certain, for most Texans, it just comes natural. At Sonora Bank, you'll find there's one bank that cares deeply about you and your banking needs. And caring for our customers, well, it just comes natural. That's a good reason to give us a try. Sonora Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Part of San Angelo Live's rodeo coverage of the San Angelo Rodeo presented by Jim Bass Ford is, of course, the people stories. One of the biggest debates at the rodeo is what everyone's favorite concessions are. Some will say kettle corn, while some will say those juicy cheeseburgers. No matter what you say, there is no doubt that cotton candy makes that list. With the amount of people wanting that delicious cotton candy, Sheldon Adams with Shadow Concessions is strapped with making over 1,000 bags of cotton candy a night. How does he manage to do that? Well, if anyone can, the Cotton Candy Man can. Presented by Angelo MRI.
Yeah, this is cotton candy. It's just, everybody, you don't get that cotton candy not unless you get it at the bucket in the bucket at the store or what have you. But here you're getting it fresh. So, hi, my name is Sheldon Adams, and I'm the Cotton Candy Man at the San Angelo Rodeo. I've been doing it close to 30 years. I actually started out as a joke, and I turned out to be one of the best. I used to make some of the heaviest cotton candy. I was taught to put less cotton candy in the bag to make the pole that we use to bend much lighter. So I guess I perfected it. Well, we have a certain recipe. It's called flossing, and those are one of the flavors. We can get in strawberry, watermelon, blue raspberry, pink vanilla, any flavor that you like. But I just don't happen to like cherry or strawberry and blue raspberry. The guys like the blue and the girls like the pink. But the most popular I ever used was green apple. I make between, I would say 900 to like 24 bags of cotton candy myself. It depends on how the crowd is buying that day. So I might do like 4, what we call 10 racks, which is 30 bags of cotton candy per each pole. So it's like 1,200 maybe, sometimes 24. I've been known to make 6,500. I get up I get here about 9 o'clock, and then I go from there, and then sometimes I even spin through the rodeo. The thing that we pour the sugar in top is called the cotton candy head, and it has 2 little leather straps on it. If you touch one of those, I guarantee you have to count your fingers. It's real simple, and it's just how you pull it out, and it gives you a swirl, and it's easy to put in the bag, and it makes it look like you're using the wand. I don't like to use the wand because I have to put it down, pick it up, put it down, pick it up. And I'm one with the candy because I can make it look how I want it to look. I can give it blue, pink, blue, or I can make it a swirl bag, put like the blue and the pink together. And I can turn it to purple. I can make different flavors or different colors.
Are you in need of an MRI? Did you know you have a choice? You need a doctor's order, but a doctor can't order you where to go. Tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. It's your health, your choice, your MRI.
And that's it for news, weather, and sports for today. We will be back tomorrow with another edition of the show. Thanks for watching. For San Angelo Live, I'm Andy Gray.